Heard that the devil is in the details? Well, in this phone's case, the details are really the things that count, and that makes enough of a difference for you to care. But wait. What phone am I talking about? The OnePlus Nord 2, guys, the official sequel to the super popular mid-ranger from OnePlus. Now, we've seen this company spread its wings and do several variants in phone series, but I think the OnePlus Nord one takes the cake. I mean, we have the original Nord, then the OnePlus Nord CE 5G, the Nord N200, the Nord N10. Poof! It's a lot, believe me. One thing that ties them all together? The price. A low, reasonable price for pretty good specs, let me tell you. So, Nord 2 won't be any different. It will be a bit upper mid-range, that's for sure, but a bit better than the CE spec-wise. That said, don't be fooled. If you see info about the Realme X9 Pro around and think to yourself, that's pretty similar, is it better or worse? Answer is neither. Seems that the two phones are actually about the same thing, only rebranded for different markets. I'll come back with the key differences in just a bit. Until then, let's see how the Nord 2 is better than the original. What has changed in a year? Well, the elephant in the room is the processor, guys. For the first time, we're switching gears and going from a Snapdragon chip to the MediaTek 1200, latest from the MediaTek, by the way. No need to get sad. Chances are this chip will run at a higher clock than 765 5G that came with the initial Nord. Then we have memory and storage. Here, Nord 2 takes the cake with an 8 to 12 gigabytes of RAM and 265 gigabytes of storage tops. That's kind of the best we can ask from a phone right now. Camera? Expect a very similar module to the one on the OnePlus 9 Pro, minus a lens. So you'll have the 50 megapixel main lens with the same sensor that supported the ultra-wide on the 9 Pro. The Ultra is going to be an 8 megapixel sensor more than likely, and finally, I think they're going to go with a 2 megapixel depth or macro. As for the selfie, I mean, honestly, I don't think we're going to be disappointed by the 32 megapixel sensor that could be joined by an 8 megapixel one. Unless you plan on using the phone as your photoshoot camera, you shouldn't have any problems. But wait, I didn't tell you about the display. Unlike the other Nords launched this year, this one is going to go with an OLED display of 6.4 inches and a 90 Hz refresh rate. Again, very nice for a phone that won't break the bank. Remember what I said about the details? Well, OnePlus definitely surprised us with that processor tweak, OLED display and memory. But they ain't done. Guys, they're gonna go with an in-display fingerprint sensor and a 4500 mAh battery, with a big chance of a 65-watt fast charging. Not too shabby, I tell you. Oh, and one more thing. If you caught Google Stadia fever, good news. OnePlus plans to release this phone with a free Google Stadia Premium Edition. Before we go into price and all the details regarding the release, I did promise you something. What separates this from the Realme X9 Pro? I mean, you'll have the iconic alert slider from the get-go, that's no discussion. Then, let's go to the finer details. It's likely you'll see the teeny tiny difference in the design of the phones. The Realme one should launch with a curvy body where the edges of the phone are rounder. OnePlus Nord 2, though, is gonna stick to its frame and go with flat edges. I don't know what you like more, honestly, but in my book, a flatter design for a phone isn't that bad at all. Once you unlock it, you'll see the obvious last difference, the interface. Realme X9 Pro is gonna go with a Realme UI, while OnePlus is gonna stick to Oxygen OS. Now, when is OnePlus Nord 2 gonna drop? Pretty soon, folks. I'm hearing July, actually July 9 is the date popping up online. There's a couple of weeks more until the big reveal, so get your wallet ready if you've been waiting for the Nord 2. But don't worry, like I said, you won't have to borrow money to get this smartphone or anything. Nord 2 is likely to sell at the same price as the original, maybe even a bit higher. That means it's gonna go for anywhere between $300 to $400. I know, amazing price. Is it just me, or is this another great budget phone after the Mi 11T we just talked about? Are phone makers finally getting it, slashing prices as they should instead of piling up? What do you think? Let me know. Thanks for watching, and don't forget, subscribe and hit the bell button if you want to see more videos like this. See ya, guys!